Welcome to NRT Safety Consulting, where we dive into the important issues of health and safety in the workplace. Today, we're going to talk about a serious issue that affects every worker and every workplace in Ontario. The apparent lack of Ministry of Labour, MLITSD presence and enforcement when it comes to occupational health and safety. Ministry of Labour's role. The Ministry of Labour is responsible for enforcing Ontario's Occupational Health and Safety Act. They are supposed to ensure that workplaces are safe for all employees by conducting inspections, investigating incidents, and issuing penalties for violations. This is crucial, as without proper enforcement, workers and employers may think they're free to cut corners. And when safety is neglected, it can lead to chaos, injuries, and even fatalities. Lack of enforcement and minimal presence. However, what we're seeing in practice is a significant gap between what's supposed to happen and what happens. The Ministry of Labour's presence is minimal in many industries, and it seems like their inspectors are few and far between. Workplaces may go months or even years without seeing an inspector. And when inspectors do show up, it often feels like they're there to check off a box rather than to genuinely address ongoing issues. One of the most concerning aspects of the ministry's enforcement is that it appears to be reactive rather than proactive. They tend to show up after an incident has already occurred, when someone has already been hurt, or worse. Rather than actively preventing hazards, they seem to focus on addressing issues only after they've caused harm. This approach leaves workers vulnerable and unsafe. Moreover, it feels like ministry inspectors pick and choose what they want to focus on, often overlooking obvious safety violations. Whether it's due to lack of resources or lack of willingness, critical hazards in workplaces can be ignored or downplayed. This creates an inconsistent and unpredictable enforcement landscape, where some employers feel emboldened to break the rules because they don't expect consequences. Workers cutting corners in safety practices. When the Ministry of Labour fails to do its job effectively, the consequences are severe. Employers start to believe they can get away with anything. Workers are left to fend for themselves, often without adequate training, equipment, or support. This creates an environment where safety standards break down, and everyone suffers. It's time for the Ministry of Labour to step up. We need more inspectors, more enforcement, and a stronger, more consistent approach to health and safety in the workplace. Workers' lives are at stake, and we cannot afford to let companies operate without proper oversight. If we want to create safe and healthy workplaces in Ontario, we need a ministry that is proactive, not reactive, and one that enforces the rules across the board, without exceptions. Thanks for watching. If you have any thoughts or experiences with workplace safety in Ontario, leave a comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video if you found it informative. Stay safe out there, and we'll see you in the next one on the Rise and Strong.